Hi everyone. I've decided to do my persuasive speech on the importance of the face-to-face classroom. Uh, I'm going to speak a little from personal experience, but I want to share with you that I feel that it's so critical and crucial to have those face-to-face classrooms. Face-to-face learning allows you instant contact with your instructor, where you can get instant feedback. Your questions are answered more promptly. The instructor can physically look at your work and instruct you to where you made a mistake with your work. And that can be very beneficial, because if you're struggling with one of your subjects and you don't understand what is going on, it can be very frustrating and leave you feeling isolated and just not knowing what to do if you don't have that physical interaction where they can guide you and assist you as to where you might have went wrong on the assignment. Second of all, I'd like to point out that relationships between instructors and students is so crucial. Trust is formed through tone of voice and body language. The instructor and student can understand each other more effectively. Students are more comfortable in approaching an instructor they have made and forged a bond with. I'm not saying that all online classes have no value on the student. Everyone's career path is different, but complex science courses and mathematical courses should be taught in person. Most of us are going into a health-related field, and I know, or you're already in the field and you are furthering your education. Well, such complex courses such as organic and biochem, or even your upper level math like college algebra, are important. In order to get into that nursing program, you need to have those. And if they're only taught online and you are struggling with that, leaves you feeling completely lost and hopeless as to grasping the concept. So much material in those courses, with them being complex, a lot of that you're going to need in your job. And if you can't retain that information, what good is it for you when you are a nurse or a rad tech? You're going to need to know and be able to implement some of those things within your career. So I feel that it's at a disadvantage if all we have is to turn to online courses for that. I can't stress enough, it's so important to be able to have those classes taught in person, face to face. Another thing I'd like to point out is, like a personal example I'd like to share to show you where I'm going with this and how important it is. I took 2 math courses last fall and spring semester, and my math skills are very minimal, let's say. That being said, here on the Fairmont campus, we do not have access to face-to-face teachers for those courses, for math or organic and biochem. And it left me worried and concerned when I was starting college. I've been out of school for 17 years, so. But I was lucky enough that I was blessed with an incredible instructor, and her classes were offered through PictureTell. I was blessed that she was patient with me while I struggled to grasp the material, but put herself out there and would talk, text, and FaceTime if need be to see that I was grasping the material. Yes, that person is Sandy Cahoy. And we formed a relationship. And with that relationship, I found it so much easier to communicate and express my frustrations. And her faith in me and encouragement is what helped me to be a successful student. Yes, I put in my effort to study, and I was able to find a tutor to help me grasp some of the concepts too. But without having a teacher who put herself out there and made herself so available and encouraged me, and that encouragement meant a lot, says a lot about the student and teacher instructor relationship. And it prepares you, those face-to-face classes, it prepares you for communication in the workplace. Although some online courses are great, this communication class, for example, is teaching me different ways of communicating. But when it's all said and done, when I am preparing myself to be working in the hospital setting, or even an at-home travel nurse, so to speak, I'm not going to be communicating with my patients through email or text. It's going to have to be face-to-face communication. Or a doctor may need to talk to me. Those are important communication skills I feel that I need to learn in person. And with face-to-face instruction, you can build your communication skills by doing so with your instructors and your peers, the other students in the class. Again, I realize that face-to-face isn't for everyone, but I strongly encourage those who are struggling with subjects that are more complex to really stop and think about the service that it provides you with the face-to-face instructions. There's just so much one can only learn or comprehend through a computer screen. I hope you enjoyed my persuasive essay, and I hope I gave you some things to think about. Thanks. Bye.